circuit. That now common thing where they cause fire. There be extensions there where we get now we host them. And not mean say if the extension gets 10 space, so you for always use all length 10 spaces, then the space then they a very wrong. Then also may we learn that habit for the always switch we consumer unit where we can commonly call we meters them. May we learn for the switch them off whenever we the commoner we homes them. Because when you don't switch are off, you don't save. No matter the negative reaction or feedback where you get from ETSA, you know will get any outbreak of fire. Then also for we the woman them, may we learn for the cook in kitchen. A very very important for cook in kitchen. Where you cook in an enclosed environment, waiting the happen, you don't create the atmosphere for me fire occur at any time. The harmattan to the dry seasons, we they always envisage more fires, not only for this year or last year, but now so always they happen. Because you get three components the way they make fire happen. You get oxygen, you get heat, you get fuel. So please make people go on the preventive angle now and always, because fire now always a good servant, but once you allow them for become master over you, they destroy one of property.
Well, that's the station officer at the National Fire Force, been to Fatimata Kamara, where they talk to Princess Bears inside our interview. They also say from January 1st to now, they don't record about 20 fire incidents and whether happen all over the country. The program, the Good Morning Salon, and the program, they continue.
We continue with the program, Good Morning Salon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. Well, as you from one power headline them, today at the program, we will look inside the Salon Road Safety Authority and plan them for improved road safety in the country inside the year 2020. Well, some time back, government been set up the Salon Road Safety Authority for regulate and coordinate development them na the road sector. Women say them for the register and give license to vehicle them and safe give driver's license to driver them. Promote road safety and safe advise government on vehicle maintenance and make backup policy them with them for the use for make sure say the driver them use motorcar them way safe for ply na the road. This and plenty other thing them they under the mandate of the Road Safety Authority. Well, at the studio this morning, I want to welcome the Deputy Executive Director at the Road Safety Authority, Wena Ibrahim Sano. Good morning, Mr. Sano, and welcome to the program.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
Happy New Year.
Same to you.
And also at the studio this morning, I want to welcome Alpha Barry, we na international team member na the Mediators Beyond Borders International. We in there this morning they can talk about the Building Sustainable Peace program where then they do inside Salon. Good morning, Mr. Barry, and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Khadija.
All right, continue for the with we. I start with you, Ibrahim Sano, the Deputy Executive Director from the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority. As I stated earlier, I get so many mandates them as an institution, but some una core mandates them na for promote road safety and make sure say the roads them user friendly. Now we go back inside 2019 where una work throughout as an institution. What are some of the things them way you go point out say na some of the achievements them for 2019 before we can talk about our new plans then?
Okay, thank you very much. In 2019 it was challenging, but we thank God if we'll do your own end of year assessment. We believe say we achieved quite a lot. For example, you hear about the operation pushback na Lumley, Sani Abacha and Kisi Road. That had just been one thing where we start, and it was successful. It's still challenging, but it was successful because Lumley, for example, this year, normally festive season, Lumley keep traffic in jam hell. So way ahead, we come back, we don't launch the first operation. We begin for doing needs assessments for evaluate what do we do, what are the challenges, what are the bottlenecks, and how we improve on that. And this time around, find out say because we involved the Makituma and them, the drivers union, the Keke rider, all the union are Lumley. Then bring out their issues then, and we be able to resolve amicably. So we know we get too much congestion along.
When are some of the issues them will be raised when I engage Makitumanende?
Well, the issues there is not new. That they not get market for go, they not get site for go sell. Like for example, the other the taxi drivers then or keke riders, they don't get park. If we will try for Gideon, that side where they be the way they be the use for park their machine where they construct that bridge, that is self canton an issue. But we sit down with them often and again, and we be able to achieve something together with the AIG Nalomli, AIG Sovula. And finally, what we decide was that park along the beach road. So we began to get them all for Kande for exit, and the one way they go Godrich, all then Godrich Poda, then we use that Freeton goodies supermarket, use that bypass, come by Bendu's guest house, and use the beach road and car. So that they really the walkway, and I make you find out say this December there wasn't much traffic in that area there, but we also can see a rippling effect during that operation. The beach, we festive season, plenty people they go they just park at the aisle of the beach. So with directive from office of the vice president, we be therefore engage, and we go create a whole park at the beach where they by that Papa Clef and the other side done. I don't know how they call this Shenu area or Kololi area. So we created two parks. It was challenging when we start, but you know Salomon, if we something good for them, then go against her. But as we move along, a lot of people appreciate, and we make sure so we get military police that been there, and we can park a vehicle. It's safer. I remember even Asma James, he commend me a lot because where he come on my dengue cam. He park a vehicle for quite some time. Where he can hear family take a vehicle, they go back. He say, "Oh, in fact, see me there." Now I say, "Oh, no, don't try. Thank you." Now I say, "Now the parent who could do just the push and
So
small."
that means you're gonna be just for the holiday time?
Not really. Now some people want for continue now because we don't secure that place, but the place is not ours. So we don't they engage with the tourist board and the Ministry of Tourism for able for make it now as a permanent parking, because the other park there we then create not be really enough. And we also find out that during the festive season some man go begin put sets there, they make sure they then park the way they make. So then they all will engage the tourist board. Going forward now, a park is a park and it has to remain as a park. So but it not be enough. Like for example, who side they go then picking there for play, you find out say the parent they park their vehicle there on right on the eye and they cause congestion. So we got to go engage the management. So okay, we have this parking here. So they are made them go park there, and it worked on well. Some people maybe they say, oh, it's far. Now say yes. Even some other side park there really far, but you can park or you get them ballet people there. We people there. Like we even get some volunteer drivers who been there now. Where you out your car if you want go park, you they go park for you already. They can't give you key. When you ready back, you get a key. Go take the car. Count. There you go. So it be happen small. It was challenging, but it happen small.
Mr. Sano, this park where you they talk about say on been created during the festive season na beach. How much people them be know say this park they exist? Because talking about that aisle we say people them be the park, it been cause a whole lot of issues. Not so all man be no say on a warding them be they out in the street. They go and clamp people them motorcar them whilst they in a different beach spots them. By the time they come on and they meet warding don't clamp in motorcar. And some people them being at some point then become confrontational with the warding them.
Well, except if the beach owners want for do the service story work will do for two evenings. My boss, will be a representative from City Council, AIG Senesi, AIG Sovula. We do massive sensitization to all them beach owners there. They tell them, say, this not the drive we want for do for this year, for this festive season, and because we want to ensure, say, let there be a free flow of vehicular traffic at this particular place. So we engage them. Even the incident, the particular incident where Khadija and you draw me attention to, I explained to you. Now, this guy we get Salon Corner, for example. We meet on the first day, if big vehicle and park. Then I Mrs. F talk to her. Now Mrs. F plead with her say, okay, today we left you motor car there, but like, starting from tomorrow now we go clamp. And the other day, me and my boss shape, me they up in the dog and go to that kind of incident go happen. He was aware.
When I been think say appropriate for clamp people and motorcar at that point. See?
Yeah, because we go engage the beach bar owners for able for tell them customers and say they're not for park here. There's a parking lot up there, or there's a parking lot at different other places. May they engage her. Kadija, if you go interested for no say, somewhere we go na beach, and they park na the main aisle of the beach, the main road. And when see you park, now one way now you don't cause. So instead of the vehicle deciding for be dual way, you don't cause one way. And when sometimes if you get plenty motor car they come up from the other side for move, it causes other side for stock. Anyway, that's not just one of the things, but we hope for modify, we hope for improve on them.
Okay.
Like I say, one of the major achievements. Some man glad for her, some man not glad for her. But we come back in house and we currently the review. We now they put reports together. We go synthesize everything, and from there we evaluate ourselves, and then so the part of the let's just complete the other achievements as you say. We don't get the biggest impound yard ever. Today with the clamp with the pack motorcade and a cocktail, but now the military self want for use them space, so that might be a serious challenge. So we engage the FTC authorities, and they give you about 2.5 acres land where we don't fence and we don't put proper security in place. That now we they use, but that's not just for the eastern. For the west, we currently they engage military magai. We almost they finalize the engagement now with them. For also get another space for go the park, so that them vehicles they will the tow will the park then they, especially for that Lumley axis, because Lumley now don't become densely populated and congestion really did it. So we want to make sure we did. In addition to that, also we don't recruit for the first time a good number of road safety corps. This year we recruit about 149 road safety corps, and they don't go training, and they're all over the place. It's also challenging with them. They're on the way calm because mortal man, you go train, but you know to in at the heart.
Okay.
However, we don't try a lot of other things. We don't do the biometric we can't launch now the biometric driver's license for the first time. We're gonna get chief facility. We're gonna be the first ever biometric driver's license with the chief facility in West Africa, and we go launch am soon. We show say we get for can begin his standardized driver's license where nobody no go for duplicate, because okay, get serious security features.
Continue for the with we Inemna Ibrahim Sano, Deputy Executive Director, Salon Road Safety Authority. You don't need to tell about achievement we they able for do inside last year, and they talk about team them we they plan for do now. The program na Good Morning Salon, and the program they continue.
We can also with other studio guests, Alpha Barry, we an international team member from the Mediators Beyond Borders. We an international group of professional them where they all over the world, but the office based in Virginia inside the United States of America. Them professional they travel na different country them all over the world for train people on peace building, conflict prevention and conflict resolution, and same way so they facilitate leadership training and program them for free. For sake of this, with the support of Rotary International, from January 13 to the 25th this year, then young professional they begin train women them, but leadership and self, how for manage themselves for all political position them. Well, at the studio this morning, one more time, I want to welcome Alpha Barry, we na international team member from the Mediators Beyond Border. We come out from the United States of America. Good morning, Mr. Barry, and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning, Khadija, and thank you very much for having me.
All right. Mediators Beyond Border, on a group of professional them where they travel in a different country them try for identify women them we get potential on leadership, give them training on how them for maintain their leadership position them if they get one. Why una decide for Cam Salon?
Okay, thanks very much again. We decided for Ghana Salon because Salon are one of the countries and we Mediators Beyond Borders done the work, and we done the work in a salon for over 5 years now. We start this project way back in 2012. We during the election we try to mitigate conflict and try to prevent conflict. You know, say a lot of time we election at salon, violence they happen, so be able to bring like stakeholders and see how we will talk to them from here we get peace. And during that process we find out a lot of time women they not can get voice in terms of making political decision, and also the youth and can sideline them. So due to that assessment we go back and decide, okay, let's do this program on women leadership and also youth. So because of that we sit down and look at some of the issues that we youth in the face and the issues that we women in the face, then we say, okay, we do this program at Salon.
All right, they start this program on the 13th of January to the 24th. Then different women they are so on I go for give this training on different area them like conflict resolution and self on leadership. how una able for identify them woman there so na salon and say na this them we don't select and na this they will give them different training there.
Okay, so where we don't get a grant, we actually get a grant from Rotary International, now a global peace grant. We'll get a grant, and we know say it will be a challenge for like we get people and women there, we will be a part of the program. So we send the application out. We use all the means necessary. We use the websites of Mediators Beyond Borders International. We send them through WhatsApp, Facebook, people in Wuwe, Asabi, I send them to them. So the application was out there, and anybody, as long as you're a woman and you don't attempt WAS, whether you pass or not, you qualify for apply for the program.
So looking at the conflict resolution on leadership, I want to know say I didn't hear the woman one gets knowledge on, because the issue about leadership for letting say the woman in the day before now one way gets still challenged. Okay, most women the way they into politics go tell you say we know they get funding and then they involve in all.
Okay, that's a very good question. How we able to come up with it is that because we find out the women they're not killing up political offices, and one way you can do it for train them, for get confidence in themselves, not for rely on men for back them up for certain positions. There are a lot of times, even though we get women in leadership, a man then supports them for many in that leadership day. So we see and see if the woman get the necessary training for the in that leadership position, it can go far for the develop the nation. And we also look at the TIC recommendation, where we also talk say women them forget 30% quota in political offices. So due to that, we say, okay, this is how we're going to do. We're going to teach them, we're going to train them how to network to each other. Not to just one person they go out there and say, okay, I want to be a leader, but they forget a network. And we also look at how they're able to start a project in the community. So we train them in leadership, that will give them the task, say, okay, go out there, till we identify one project we will do. It's not just about, like, wouldn't say conflict prevention or building peace. It's not about war or hostility. There are a lot of issues that really happen in the community where you're able to mitigate or prevent. So we tell them, say, go out there, what your community want, what you feel say your community need. Community need where a youth club, or your community need a pipe-borne water, anything where you're able to prevent conflict. Because a lot of times, after and the way they happen, and can make trouble come. So we tell them, so when I go and if I will identify what I want, when I can't tell we go able to sponsor and we will make the project come to reality.
The area there owner they can provide training for the woman there, so especially on the area of leadership, and let them train them for let them able for all political position them. Not a new thing. We don't hear different organization them, especially woman organization them. Don't they advocate? Don't they give training to woman them for let them go able for come before for get big political position them. But yet still, then training then they not seem for they make any difference. Una your training from the Mediators Beyond Borders, una they can't get the woman there. How una think say it will make a difference and people and go begin see woman and come before able for maintain position them when they get now various offices them, especially what we get for do with politics.
So if you watch the topic for the training is building sustainable peace in Sierra Leone. So we get for ensure say this training is sustainable. How we go do one? Each woman they get a coach. After the training, each woman they get a coach where they one-to-one they coach them throughout the process. You know that we know they can't train them no more, we left them. Then you get a coach. We get international professionals then from all over the world. We get trainers then from Australia, from the United States. We get professors then, we get lawyers then. We don't come with we. So we not just go and train them at Doha's hotel, but we identify your skill sets, your focus. Say, okay, me now this aspect I want to do. Now this aspect me want focus on. Then we identify the professional way we able liaise with that woman day. So the training will be more sustainable. When I just train, they will left them, or we get contact with them after the training.
So looking at our methodology, on our way of training these women, how we get for be like, let not be like a repeat of within previous organization or individual them don't they do?
Well, it get to be very interactive. We forget different types of sessions. We forget group sessions. We forget individual sessions. We for tell them and share the experiences. Out of the experiences, we able to know what they need and what they want. We also get for tell them and rights projects like I don't say for make the able identify the challenges that would face in the community. So it get to be very interactive. You know, we get different. I not go just one kind of explain, but it's a lot. We get different tools than we get for use. We able to help them for the program for be sustainable, because that's the point. The keyword here is sustainability. Like how Khadija mentioned, a lot of women program they don't train, but they didn't see anything. We want to make sure say the program sustainable and make we engage them, we get in touch with them, and maybe probably if not every day but every week we'll try and say, okay, what you don't do, how far you don't go with training we don't give you, how far you're able to establish the experience we don't get, the knowledge you don't get in your community. Because we not only take people in from Freetown, we take people in from all the 14 districts of Sierra Leone. We come up from Kabala, Kaina, Makini, Magboroka, because we want this thing to be a nationwide thing and want for me to be very, very sustainable.
If woman organization they listen to you now or interested in them programs there or they remember them and want for let them partake, now the application process don't close. On I guess space for work with other woman organization then we don't they work around the issues there, so for give voice to woman them, for teach woman them on conflict resolution na them various community them. On I guess space for collaborate with other woman group them.
Yeah. So we reach out to 50/50 before we start this program. Me personally email the president of 50/50, and we get different women organizations. We get one organization called Waves, where we partner with, and we always open to partnership. If you know, say you get a woman organization or youth organization, we want to partner with Mediators Beyond Borders. You can reach out. You go to the website mediatorsbeyondborders.org. You contact us. We will reach out to you, and also we get liaison officers in Asalonya where you will reach out to, where you build a partnership, and subsequently if we come next year or any other time, we will use the organizations then they will partners then they for make we program implementation very, very easy.
All right, continue for the between the program. Alpha Barry, international team member from Mediators Beyond Borders, we come out na the USA. Then they can give leadership training to women them and self-train them on conflict prevention and conflict resolution. Then training will begin from the 13th to the 24th of January na Doas Hotel Nabo. The program na Good Morning Salon. The time from studio clock na 8 o'clock. We take this commercial break. We'll come back and continue with the program.
Salon Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile App, you can able for use Salon Link money transfer for send money to anybody like you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money na the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office like you not get the account number. Buy Edsalight, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again, but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. Yagbadon done for we boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salon Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store, or go to Salon Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering value.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue, and still with me at the studio we get Ibrahim Sano, Deputy Executive Director Salon Road Safety Authority. They have tell about different things they were able to do inside last year and plan for next year. Well, now continue for the with we inside the program, as now we look at another issue. The National Coordinator of the Sierra Leone Alcohol Policy Alliance, Alassanja Lodon, said the alcohol policy with the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, together with them partner they draft now for help tap and reduce the past mark way how people take alcohol in the country. They talk this in our engagement with the Sierra Leone Alcohol Policy all with journalism as way for ensure say the media self play the role so that people will know the bad effect whether they take alcohol on the theme media action in reducing harm from alcohol. Cherno Jallo gets more in our report.
Inside 2015, some people will come together and form the Sierra Leone Alcohol Policy Alliance. With the main reason why make them form this alliance, now for see our best, then go work for CC, they reduce the way a man how alcohol products them don dey damage man, woman and pikin them na the country. And from that time day to now, this alliance don dey use different approach them for tackle the way and manner how people don dey take alcohol substance them by way how they no dey advocate to government for put certain measures in place wey go help for reduce the way how people don dey drink alcohol. And self over the past year them, they no dey embark on public sensitization na school, markets, communities them, and different other places them, so they can tell people about the danger of alcohol. And one recent approach where the Sierra Leone Alcohol Policy Alliance wants for this time around now for engage with media practitioners them, as well for make journalists them, self begin for use them different forum them for the advocates, inform and educate the general public but how harmful alcohol be to human health. Where be the talk? The national coordinator for the Sierra Leone Alcohol Policy Alliance, Alassane Diallo, say 3.3 million people they die around the world any year out of alcohol-related causes them, where this is not good for any country, a human capital development.
Alcohol misuse has direct implication to the global and national development agenda. How? Alcohol kills 3.3 million people worldwide every year. This means every 10 seconds, a human being dies because of alcohol misuse. This represents 5.9% of all deaths globally. Globally, alcohol is the fifth leading risk factor for premature death and disability among people between the ages of 15 and 19 and 49 years. It is the number one risk. Alcohol use during pregnancy poses risk for the survival of the newborn and the development of the unborn baby.
Alassane Diallo continues to say the alcohol policy where the Ministry of Health and Sanitation they draft now go help for reduce the past mark way and manner how people know they drink alcohol in the country, especially the young one them.
So in September last year, the working group concluded that we should move. Our first goal step is for us to get an alcohol policy. We should infuse the alcohol policy into the non-communicable disease policy of the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, because it was thought that if an alcohol policy is got, and then mental health policy, and then non-communicable disease policies, as if the ministry has got several policies. So it was concluded that let's have one policy called the non-communicable disease policy.
Bailo Ahmed Said Kamara, now the Monitoring Research and Project Officer, now the Independent Media Commission (IMC), say this engagement with journalists them for reduce the too much intake of alcohol, now step in the right direction.
According to the Independent Media Commission Media Code of Practice, let me quote it directly from the code. It says, "The media shall carry out its functions in such a way as to reflect the centrality of development efforts, to protect the basic interests of society, and to promote the exchange of idea, information through accurate and balanced manner." That is to say, the media is always partner in development. So most activities that are actually taking place within the confines of this nation should actually have the media presence. Not to only cover stories, but to be part of the process, because the media is very much important.
We will talk on behalf of the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists, SLAJ, the Secretary General for SLAJ Asmi Ba, been called on journalists them for the do story them we go help educate the public, but the bad thing them will go happen to person if he misuse alcohol.
So I think I want to appeal to the media, to the journalists. Let's start doing stories. Those who are in the radio stations, start to do features on the dangers of alcohol. That's one way we can raise issue. Once we start doing stories on the dangers of alcohol, I'm sure the policy makers, the decision makers will listen. They will know that the media has set the agenda. Once we set the agenda, the rest of society will follow us. So as journalists, let's put our shoulders to the wheel. I'm sure we can do it because we've joined other alliances in the past and we know what the results were. And I'm sure this one is not going to be an exception.
Asmiba continues to say, if Salon go able to forget any law, we will regulate the productions, sale and consumption of alcohol. That self will help for reduce the past markway, how people don't drink alcohol in the country.
The energy from SLAJ, the energy from the journalists and forward and other civil society, like-minded people, I'm sure we can build a very strong alliance, and that alliance can influence our lawmakers. We can lobby to ensure that we have a law that will protect the citizens of this country. Because that law, if we have a law that will regulate the sale, the consumption, and even the production of alcohol, it is not going to benefit journalists, but it's going to benefit this country.
As me by end up say, them as large will give them full support to the Sierra Leone Alcohol Policy Alliance with the Ministry of Health and Sanitation for CC. They reduce the way a manner how people are drinking too much alcohol in the country. For the Society for Radio Democracy, me, Nachengno Jalo, the report.
We continue with the program. Good morning, Salon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We still get Ibrahim Sano, when the Deputy Executive Director from the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority. There this morning they talk about some plan them we then get for improve the authority in work inside this year. Earlier, Mr. Sano, we will give updates about 2019 some pounders success stories. Then you make mention of road safety cops them who wanna be able for train and don't begin for work. That particular side in the organization now one way get plenty questions and plenty issues them. The area of discipline now one way people can question about on a road safety cops them.
Yeah, plenty of them concerns that don't come in, and we know they shy away from them. Now that make this year, the beginning of as we reopen, so the first thing we do, we get a refresher training for the past days. What we they do, we involve the ACC, we involve the fire force, we involve labor and other stakeholders. Them we the partner with we for able to talk to them and trade on ethics and integrity. But like I said earlier, a whole lot of things go happen. You dey employ them people there, but you need to know how their heart or their attitude or their character. So all we dey do now that anyone we commit anything where they contravene the codes of conduct of the operations or the ethics, we institute a disciplinary measure, and in that we discipline to the latter. Of course, a case in concern now the one video will go viral. We not shy away from them. We as an authority, we already instituted a disciplinary measure, and yesterday the young man in question, we had begun for appear in the first disciplinary session. It continued back today because we forget like 3 different sessions before a decision is arrived at. So we don't begin at yesterday.
So looking at this issue where you said don't mention about that young man they win a road safety cup when video go viral, also they take money from a keke rider. Also the first time they say in case you don't come up from SLRSA, maybe inside last year, but we see such way ACC be they investigate. Before I can take them people, I can try to do a background check for no other till let them be.
We did do a background check. The only way we do a background check now for let you bring police clearance.
Okay.
That's one major thing we do. You have to bring police clearance. You have to bring a certified medical report. So that's all a part of the recruitment process. So there's not much we can do beyond that, because imagine they recruit 149, 150 people. You get for good check, who side then grow up, who side then grab, it's all time consuming. So what we can do for low clear, you say you don't get no criminal record, we can require you for bring a police report where they indicate that particular thing there. But like I said earlier, we the recruits there, they go through training. These guys went through 2 months or so of training na Hastings. They were there, then trained just like any other police officer. They go through the rigorous training, the codes of conduct, the ethics and everything. It's a whole course. In fact, Celia, we now this police academy. Now we and then sit down and do the training courses together. So they've been trained. We expect them so we then go on the street, they will be best behaved, if put on them good manners. But like I say, everybody different.
Now, you say una they investigate this particular road safety ward in here. In the instance they wanna can investigate any kind of cases there we get visible evidence because that video been so clear. How long una can take for do this investigation and waiting at some of the decisions then una can arrive at if una find them guilty?
Visible or not visible evidence for every incident of this nature will happen, or maybe we say a staff go against the codes of conduct of a particular institution. The disciplinary committee rules clearly spelled out. So the first thing you get for do you query the person. When you don't query, the person respond to the query, and from there you institute a disciplinary committee. We go for look at the facts, and go for get interview with them, look at the witnesses or the evidences with they, and from there they arrive at a decision. So we don't comment some from yesterday, and we don't because then get their own thing. But I think they ask her for stand down for the moment, and then go for also obtain the uniform from her, and it don't go through the first phase yesterday. They continue today until tomorrow because there are 3 different sessions that they can get, and after tomorrow the committee now can meet and bring forward the resolutions. They now the HR can now look at the resolutions and look at we own HR policy and look at the labor law, and then from there they arrive at a decision.
Are we say then kind word in there so? Then plenty among una word in the
definitely they're not only plenty then did they, but that make we also get the CIO wing of the road safety corps. We are the criminal investigation wing of the road safety corps. We are they serve as monitors for their own company there, and senior revered road safety corps they don't do for time. They're not even plenty, they don't even reach 5 at the moment, but they try for say okay we for recruit 1 or 2 more. So we try, we set up all measures for make sure say we deter some then ugly incident there.
So whose measure we SLRSA get for able to identify them people here say they were not the one that we get a chance to accept bribe, because most way cable come to the public now waiting people can take short of the owner state. What system we owner get?
Okay, like they mentioned earlier, we get the CIO wing, we get the criminal investigation wing of the road safety corps. With our senior members and revered members.
They identify or people know say this
yeah,
person
they can move around. They can move around unannounced. Sometimes they can even disguise, and they can unearth most of them. This not just maybe this just not the issue we don't come public. Okay. But last year we even dismissed a senior road safety cop where they allege say where they prove because they find them guilty. If they obtain money from a particular transport owner, where that person your own vehicle not being too roadworthy, they get a preference as against the others. Now that Texaco axis. Okay. Where them find out, where them suspect on the issue, we go around and dig, and they bring tangible evidences. Then get their own so then terminate the terminator. And this not somebody be really close to Miss SF, but me not supposed to they burn on that thing, and they don't find you one thing you're going because you can set the example, set the disciplinary measure so that others then go free. So like this one, so it don't happen. Even one part the new cop there, it not obtain bribe, but what it do be similar to something. So what it then do. You're not being required termination. So then send on Pongo Matujon. So we they transfer anytime we they find anybody one thing. We put in your comfort zone and sending you on comfort zone, make you go do the first.
Continue
so
we
can do a lot in there.
Abraham Sano, the Deputy Executive Director of Salon Road Safety Authority. A day with inside the program, they give you updates. With time for me to the clock, now 16 after 8, and quickly we go for a commercial break.
Better don't come. Now Union Trust Bank again. Your Salon Banco. Union Trust Bank get plenty product and service there for you. You must get what you want to go better. Let me savings account, ide. Current account, ide. Fixed deposit account, ide. Credit facility, ide. All for you. Me and you. Union Trust Bank, that's a loan for me and you. Kids future savings account, ide. School fee savings account, ide. Pay advance salary scheme, ide. We branch and they all love but not alone. Bokono kenema, we ide. Kabala mabogo kakambia, we ide. Jala free town loan sa, we ide. And my 91, me and you. Union Trust Bank, me and you. Union Trust Bank, Union Trust Bank, that's a loan for me and you. Union Salon Banco, Union Trust Banco.
Trust Bank, empowering Sierra Leonean businesses.
We continue with the program. Good morning, Salon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. We will be in the program come to you this Friday morning. Mina Khadija Bangura.
And Sapti Kalon.
We still get Alpha Barry, we're an international team member from the USA. We're a part of Mediators Beyond Border. We're a young professional that we can travel in a different country for get training to women them about conflict prevention and safe conflict resolution and on leadership. Mr. Barry, una they start this training na Bo, and una don't already get the woman them way una they get training on then different area there so. But again, for give them the training now one, as I stated earlier, but how una as organization after this training, they trace back the woman there so for see some of the things they wanna get and they able for implement them, especially the area we talked about earlier, for able for write projects for themselves and try for develop them various community them. Now one way seem for be very difficult. Is it that una just they train them and left them, or una can still be part of the process for ensure say then begin for implement some of the things they will then learn?
Yeah, we not just train them and left them. We get to be part of the process. Now make the application process. We ask them for write a cover letter. In that cover letter, you state your aspiration. So we find out most of the one that we select for be part of the training. And one day we tell we say, then they use the training for go back in the community. It's like training of trainers. Then we will use the experience and knowledge we don't get from the training. We go back in the community and train other people in. And then also state that the one that we will choose also state that in cover letter say the training will help them for develop the already skills we then get in leadership. So we, like I mentioned earlier, we provide mentorship coach. Each and every one of the women then we provide a mentorship coach where they get in one-on-one touch with them. They follow up on the progress, see how far they don't go, how they able to utilize the training we don't give them. So NIMEC we use the word like I say sustainability because we want this training be very sustainable in a way that the knowledge and experiences we don't get from we then we will share them out and then community them, because we not only get people from Freetown or Bo, we get them from everywhere in the country. You know, we get people from Falaba, people from Koinadugu, from Karina, from Matumkolili. So it's everywhere, it's nationwide, and each and every one of them they forget to coach where they keep a track on their progress.
Another key area again on the selection of the women there, so because you can see some certain women them now leaders them now in various community them, but not fortunate for all big offices them or not can be part of the elite group, but then now leaders them then get their own leadership quality them and then can able for display them wherever then they. How not able for balance the selection process for ensure say women them we get potential for become leaders, but they're not fortunate for don't showcase themselves yet or be part of this elite group. How not able for include them for be part of this training?
So the applications that we've been we get hundreds of applications and we only need 32. And we look at demographics. We know say Freetown, like we get a lot of women in here, and we get over 100 applications then from Freetown alone, and we now go one for choose 32 women there from Freetown. So how we do them? We look at your qualification first, then we look at regional balance, and make sure see, even though probably if you did from Freetown you get 20/20 in the application process. If that person then at Falaba, they get 16/20. We know say that person they cannot get potential. We will choose some because we want to make the program be balanced in terms of demographics. So we send the application out there. We don't know whether able reach or whether the application not reach, but we try our best for make sure say the application is nationwide, and we also use region and district in terms of the selection process. So we make sure say you don't get a formal or informal leadership experience. That is, if you not been Mami Queen, if you not been Queen President, if you not been District Council Chairwoman, it no matter as long as you don't get a leadership experience, whether be it formal or informal, we dey choose you.
So most time when they can go into training, they can so eager for put into practice, waiting and don't train them on. In any way, una go provide such facility after the training, una fair way make them get SAI, we go able make them showcase the training where they don't go on.
Yes. So what we do an extensive research about Sierra Leone. We look at the Gender Act, the 3 Gender Acts, devolution of estates, the customary marriage, and the domestic violence. We look at the laws of Sierra Leone. We look at how the woman will utilize the laws of Sierra Leone for being in that kind of leadership position there. So what we get for do, we get for train them, we teach them, we show them the law. Their rights as well as their responsibility. Say, if you want to be leader, you get to know about your country, you get to know the law we govern you get to know how to respect the law. So we look at all the mechanisms and say, okay, this is what we're going to bring out. We're going to use our expertise, experience, and train una, and with the follow-up with una as well. So when I go know what's in the constitution of Salon say, when I go know what's in the laws of Salon when it comes to women, when I go know what's in now some of the attributes as a leader, not necessarily a woman, but as a leader, you get forget to be successful in leadership.
Somebody listening to you where they explain about this leadership training when they give them woman there on different areas, them go say now a great initiative for mediators beyond borders. But how often una go they come na salon as una get other places them way una don't they go salon, how una go ensure say it be part of una priority country them?
Like I say, we're only in a salon for over 8 years now, and every year at least we come here. We were here in 2018, 2017. I mean, I've been one of the implementing partners in 2012 for Mediators Beyond Borders. Now that way they are able to connect to the organization. So after this program, we get for come back for do follow-up. We get for can see how they will assess waiting we don't train them for. So when they just go, we left them. But Salon are one of the few countries that we get like a sustainable project now the organization. You get Kenya, you get Bangladesh, you get Nigeria. Salon are one of the countries that we get a sustainable project. So every now and then we look for something, we will train people, especially women and youth. We focus on women and youth. And our people know not only about women, we also get the youth leadership program. The youth leadership program we comprise of both male and females get for the following week. So we train the woman in 1 week, they'll train the youth in the other week.
So looking at this on your own training, you say on already don't get the number of women them we get for go through this training, right?
Yes.
So where the women they get for go through, because you get some people can go into something not because they wish, but they take and see them found themselves lucky that select them. In anyone are able to say this person not get this area of interest, let we bring and come on this particular one.
Well, now they get for choose what they want to do. So like I mentioned, say peace is not about like war or whatever. It's very holistic in nature. You get different category how they will prevent them. So we get diverse group of individuals that we apply. I mean, like we get some people and do engineering, some then are journalists, some then they do farming. Then get different background. So when you look at which you feel say one individual, one woman puts an application, say then they get conflict in a Kabbalah with the farmers and the cattle areas then.
Okay.
And that is very important. So it tells you that this is not just about issues that we common to we say about issues that are also rare where we face a way for preventing kind conflict in the between the farmers then, na Kabbalah, and the cattle areas then. So probably we get an interest in writing a project to see how we're able to mitigate or prevent that kind of conflict in
So why the mediators beyond border thinks that this night training way timely and needed by women them?
Because like we don't do work in a salon for a very long time, and we realize say most of the programs that we can get, women are not in at the forefront. They're at the back, and we see and say for a society to be developed, you have to involve women. Women are the yardstick to development. Women are any man the host. And take care of the picking there. They know a lot of things that we man they don't know. So if we feel say as an organization we need to empower women and men and then at the forefront because they know a lot of things that we man they don't know. So if they're in the leadership position and they're able to do things then we man don't know what to do.
All right. Thank you very much, Alpha Barry. We na international team member from Mediators Beyond Border, when a group of young professionals them they travel various countries them for give training to women them on conflict prevention and safe conflict resolution. And same way so then they facilitate leadership training for the women there. So then they do this training na Duas Hotel na Bo from the 13th of January to the 24th. Thank you very much, Alpha.
Thank
we
you for
come
having
to the
me.
studio
Thanks
and
a lot.
can talk about this particular training. Quickly, we take this commercial break. We come and continue with the program. Good morning, Salon.
GhanaSongs.org. They causing confusion.
But this confuse me, boo. Look where Uncle Nat in Wall Solid. Look in block them with them beat for them, where they save solid, and at the same amount of cement and sand than they use for beat me on. But look what in the happen, me wall down for them, all the block they all don't scatter. It like say some kind magic they behind this. You want to know the magic behind this? Now the superior quality, extra strong, extra life and extra yield cement where are the use, and that's not Dangote 3X Portland limestone cement. Dangote cement na the highest grade cement in the country. When a 42.5 R grade cement, when no one day come na this country, and a one of the highest grade pan cement where you go get na the wall. Where you want you concrete, wall and block solid, use Dangote 42.5 R cement, you no go regret them. You go get Dangote 42.5 R cement na all the shop and building material store na the one whole country.
Continue with the program. Good morning, Salon, and we look at one part we other headlines to read them. Beside the commissioner and the Anti-Corruption Commission, Francis Ben Kaifala say ACC don't look inside the 2018 audit report and cannot say the Ministry of Finance not be able to account for 300 million loans where they use for buy ICT equipment them inside 2018. Francis Ben Kaifala talk this Bentem where the ACC be the give update to the public, but the thing them where they don't fair not inside the 2018 Auditor General in report. You know, Kabia gets more and they go now report.
This BNTM, the Anti-Corruption Commission, the old press conference inside Freetown. Outside and go talk about the team them, where the ACC fair not inside the 2018 Auditor General report. Where this, according to the ACC, say the Ministry of Finance gets plenty team them for answer inside this report. As this now the ministry where they deal with the country in couple.
We discovered that the Ministry of Finance has a lot of questions to answer in the 2018 audit report. Staff salaries in respect of additional staff not supported by documents, monthly increases in employee basic salaries, page 63 and 64, DSA allowances amounting to 794.3 million paid to staff, but no supporting documents to justify the expenditure.
Francis Ben Kaifala, the commissioner and the Anti-Corruption Commission, been they talk about the thing them where the ACC fair not inside the 2018 Auditor General report, but the Ministry of Finance. Francis Ben Kaifala continues say the Ministry of Finance not be able for accounts for the ICT equipment them where them buy inside 2018 where cost 300 million loans.
No evidence to show procurement of ICT equipment valued at 300 million. Procurement activities valued at 1.5 billion undertaken using RFQ method when there is a clear rule that says at certain threshold you use a different method and not RFQ. At page 66, 7.2 billion of unexplained expenditure, overpayment of per diem for sponsored trips 59.8 million. The Ministry of Finance is responsible for fiscal discipline in the country. It has to live as an example. If the Ministry of Finance itself is not disciplined in dealing with the resources of the country, then we have a serious problem.
Usain say the ACC go take the investigation of the Ministry of Finance serious because now then they deal with the country in couple.
If what is in this audit report is justified, we are not saying, because what is in the audit report requires forensic examination and investigation to narrow down the issues to determine whether in fact it is an issue of indiscipline or simply because of unavailability of documents at the time of the audit. But if what is here is what is really the case, then the Ministry of Finance has to examine itself. And we are going to prioritize looking into issues at the Ministry of Finance in this audit report than any other ministry, because that is where it should start. If we are going to change the economic and financial situation of this country, the Ministry of Finance has to be a lot more disciplined, because when you are holding other people's accountable, you have to start with yourself. And the Ministry of Finance has the expertise, it has the manpower, it has the leadership to do so. Let it lead by example so that the country can be better. If they do that, the Accountant General's Department, for example, will be easily able to hold other institutions accountable in terms of their abilities.
Francis Benkaifala end up say the Ministry of Finance don dey help the Commission with information them pass some of the case them where them be they investigate before the 2018 Auditor General report being common for the Society for Radio Democracy. You know, Kabia the report.
Why? Can you send me this?
Twice eyes on the mix.
Born with a good life, born with a silver spoon. Some born with a good life, born with a gold spoon. Some born with a good life, born with silver spoon. Say, but we with a suffer, we born with rubber spoon. Say, we the suffer each and every day. Each and every day we the suffer. Then the show with the new direction. We don't pile saute, we don't reach the junction. We know I'm Nike, say what you see my land. We know I'm Puma, say what you see my land. We know I'm Reebok, say what you see my land. We were poor with the feeler, say what you see my land. We get questions, no answer. We know one treat real, like we get cancer. But we talk, then we use power, but we they wait for the day and the hour. What is suffer?
Alright, well, that song then are just a reminder for remind all the music loving fans then today say today na J10 talk and drink with Boss LA as he go get in show today at the National Stadium. Go there, go support Boss LA if you na a fan of RFM music. We they continue with the program Good Morning Salon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We still get the Deputy Executive Director from the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority at the studios with me. Mr. Sano, one key mandate under our institution now for ensure say the road safe for the user them and self promote on a road safety policy them, let people know what's in the inside there. During the festive season, I want them down the way plenty people and believe say accidents then can happen because most time the driver them not can go through some of the road safety measures them. Let we go back on statistics from 2019. What are the statistics of incidents them way una be able for record?
Thankfully this year we're able to recall some good number of statistics. I just get a few because we try for compute everything together, and because of how we be informed this year of the road crashes or accidents where they happen, now that make we become very robust. Like the festive operation was not just meant for the beach. We also been there along the Waterloo Tumbu highway where they go towards then Kent, Mama Beach. And we also been get presence now, Mama, and we make sure so we increase we presence there, and then they begin for detail a lot of things because most vehicle we no license now they can run then quick transport and everything, but we clamp down a good number of them. If you go Jewel now, we get a good number of them every day. But this year, that notwithstanding, for the past couple of months, although we not really collate everything yet, the accident report we'll get, the vehicle we involved are 266. The one that was slightly injured now be 75. The one that will be seriously injured now be 52. The one that we die, we will call fatalities now be 519. the woman there out of that figure at 200, the man then at 214, and the woman then at 266, the Pekin at 39. And we look at the weather conditions or then 10 there, we find out say more people die or more accidents happen inside the rain season and the dry season, 60 to 40%. Then the one that we call pedestrian we can waka on the wayside because for involved like 0 to 9 years, maybe 13 of them. But we don't compile everything because we too want to do this year for the first time. What we don't get we own data, we want to also compare with the mortuary data, compare with the PHU's data and the police data, and from that we can come up with a comprehensive one. But this I will for say not with authority because we're still able for pinpoint the number of Serena vehicles that were involved into the accident there. But I will state here say most of the accidents that we record we are Serena vehicles. I don't know if people know what's in a Serena vehicle. Now then small vehicle kind mold motor car with about taxi but it high small because they're smaller and they run so fast they're not able to get the balance. So the drivers them can run them some kind of way, a way they approach curve, maybe they get a station vehicle in ahead of them. If they mass small brakes, it make the motor car somersault. Then secondly, we also find out say that they overrun the motor car in the sense some driver most of the accidents are fatigue. How we know that we check how much route, how much stand the one particular motor car, the vehicle number they apply per day. For example, if you take the Maisiaka Makeni Highway or the Maisiaka Bo Highway, for example, you go get one vehicle in an ANZ 500. If the first statistics we show say this ANZ 500 in one grade when a Serena, it do them 4-5 trips a day. Then they say they cause fatigue for the engine. So these are all issues we they try for look into. But the one key thing we want for be very very serious. But now this year, now the issuance of a license, the driver's license. I mean the first thing we don't do because we realize that the driver's license are fake and they duplicate a lot. We don't try for get a standardized one. We're not going to be duplicated. And these are the sample. We don't get an agreement with the people that we don't call ICE Corporation from Malaysia, and then can they do a sample for we board chairman.
Before we can talk about then standard license and the owner go begin key, let's take you back to the issue of the accidents then. In as much as you see that then Serena vehicle them, na them
most
Serena them be involved in accident them. But one thing again where many people believe say they cause the accident them, now the condition of some vehicles them where they ply na the road. Most vehicle them not today na a good condition again, but you they see them then still they ply na the roads them, and some of them in as much as they're not in a good condition then they carry heavy load again, they cause delay na the roads them, and most time can involve in accidents. Waiting una don't put in place for ensure say una try for pull them vehicle they are not in a good condition and they use them.
Thank you very much. We get a lot of mandates as you clearly spell out, but beside the small snag the current act they use of 1996 is obsolete. It's not in line with road safety measures. So as I talk to you right now, we don't do all what we can do in office. We now wait on the minister for do a cabinet paper for med and give you the authority for law review we act, because like now the road the name now been changed to Road Safety Authority, but the act what they use now still the Sierra Leone Road Transport Authority. So they try to get the powers. For example, we get two key policies we want to introduce this year. We want to introduce the vehicle age entry policy in this country, where we try for liaise with the National Revenue Authority and Parliament for able for institute them measures then they. We don't scan the region. For example, Ghana, Senegal, Ivory Coast, any vehicle we don't run over 100,000 and we 10 we they don't manufacture you over 10 years, you need a kind side and country. Where you turn for culture, you pay a very high tax than the one way na new vehicle. But Sierra Leone here na the flip side of it. People they pay high tax for new vehicles and than old vehicles. So we want to see how we can get our authority for put that measures in place. We also done the try for almost come to an end now for get what we call a proper MOT system in place and a proper garage system in place with the with a buffer stock availability of spare parts, because we don't do all the research there. The research they will do, they were not robust, but the few one the way we do, we find out say Now some of the issues here they cause will they lead to accident. For example, the spare parts. If you go Gordy Street right now, Khadija, if you use the Toyota vehicle, for example, go to Gordy Street, you buy brake pad, and then go online, check for that same brake pad online. Now, two different things you see. But we're not able to regulate that industry there because we're not also able to get provision for get the spares available. It's also very ironically absurd for let you know say we now we examine government vehicles there. Every government vehicle now we the examiner now we dey get a license. Even when they want to repair the government vehicle, now we the carry we examine and get and certify say this vehicle gets so number of issues for go repair, and then we don't get the capacity for repair the vehicle and they go repair outside. And I just want to inform listeners that in 98 say we don't already get a PPP, a private public partnership with a company from a certified Toyota mechanic spares dealer from Belgium, and starting from February ending now, we get that particular thing there. We get infrastructure. If you go to the back of Riyadh, we get a 21 bay pit. We get side where they change engine, change all kind with itself there. If you go inside we warehouse, we still get a all iron and day. So that is one of the visions. So what we don't do now, once we start this garage operation, all government vehicles are going to be repaired in our premises, and then for a minimal fee, so that we're also able to cut down leakages.
One common cause again, Mr. Sano, of them accident that we will talk about now, the alcohol usage from some driver them. You dey talk about some of the things them way on I want now for put in place because the act not gonna that so much powers than they. Una consider for like do alcohol test on drivers then?
We with the support of Sierra Leone Brewery this past festive season, they've been supplied with some breathalyzers, and we've been they do then test them. We also get a report then the traffic put together right now. Mrs. F go out on the street, and for example along Upgon, we just do like random sampling. Every 5 commercial vehicle we pass, we do one breathalyzer test, and it will interest you for no say out of the 20 breathalyzers we be get that day, 18 of the breathalyzers of the people who will test, they were all alcohol positive and they drive. So we don't also consider for note down the down. So in fact, what we do, we contact with legal team where they put we act together. We just get for brief there. Let there be a penalty for that as well, so that we're able to incorporate that now with our books. Now, the other thing we would try for do is, in addition to all of this, we have to make sure say every vehicle wey dey come in this country now go through a rigorous examination test, a standardized process, like what we call MOT. We almost close on down the back where we say we count you motor car machine the tester and the machine read. So we're not gonna forget that too much human involvement into it, like where they happen in other country. Where you can motor car the right go, then fix the diagnostic machine and it read. So where you get some issues where we're not certified, you need to come inside the key. Secondly, if now an accident, because we don't also get a clue say most of the vehicles where they can in this country where they can sell mostly an accident vehicle like a repair for car with. So what we intend for doing that, once we get this, if you bring that kind of vehicle in this country when an accident vehicle, you get for bring the certificate, examination certificate which shows say that this vehicle a repair and it go through this process and it's certified for the road from the country of origin. We put all the measures, but like I say, the bottleneck for all this until we review we act and we get the authority then we be able for roll it out.
So now lantern and the all lantern we don't mention so go be work effectively.
Yes, but we don't almost a close on now. The minister don't try very well. He don't table the first one. We just wait for the second one. Let cabinet paper come on now, and for we the go from there. We can go law officers, and then we engage with transport committee on parliament, and then we enact. And also we want to domesticate some of the international road safety conventions, especially the one we UN they do, and the other one we World Bank and other African Development Bank they do. So once we domesticate all around the back, then we able for adopt their laws there. Also try for implement them.
I'll take you back quickly to an operation we start last year. The operation push back. When I put so many effort and everything, but one thing people not see up to now the railing them when are sustainable and still when they use this rope way so strainful for people with the worker, and most of the slabs them also not safe. What really happen? We up to now that operation did not finalize it, because if we finalize one I get a railing all over the side them where the operation happen.
I also want for use opportunity for tell you say at the beginning of February you go see some construction work in terms of the railings and then places, and they waiting be happen. We get a whole number of procurement processes what they do. Not so we virtually they carry out now SLRA, IMFA they collect the money. We IMFA they take 10% of every money what they get. They deal with them for road safety issues. So we they develop the programs. We submit them to them. They contract SLRA whether they implement the agency. They take for contract a farm. We go do and so the procurement process be done. They don't have all the contracts now, and we just held a whole one meeting this week with the contractor. They don't promise we say at the start of the February they don't order for the railings that they come. So at the beginning of February, then we don't begin do the construction of the railings then at the Lumley axis and the Kisi Road axis. If you go Kisi Road now, so if you don't, you go find out say cleaning up drainages and slabs work don't start there. Now the project now and day, but of course you know systems and procedures get for day. We just get for honor them procedures and day, but we don't complete and now and at the implementation stage we did. So one for assure the public that start of February then we'll see a whole massive change. And there's in addition to that, we also want to do them overhead pedestrian crossing there. We will begin engage IMFA and SLRA, but they can get their own priorities. We still get our own priorities, but we they push across. And I don't know.
And you say that a Malaysian company na in wanna be able for contact.
Yeah.
How SLRS be able for come about for make the decision say that this company will they choose for do the license them?
You definitely will say, Khadija, there are processes we go do. There was a bidding, excuse me, there was an international bidding we been there out, and then people they apply, then do the EOI, from there and do the technical and financial proposal. There was a committee set up where we also involve external people and they evaluate and then come up with this company. From there we carry on a due diligence where we get a team from SLRSA. We begin for go Malaysia for go do a due diligence on the people like
how many companies then been compete for this contract?
I think 3 companies then compete.
Any Sierra Leonean company among them?
I believe so, yes.
So why
in fact even this Malaysian company not to get now a Sierra Leonean company we partner with the Malaysian company. Now one I vividly remember I think one soiree guy now in get the Sierra Leonean counterpart. So we began for really strict on that. May not be the part of the evaluation committee, however, but the reports that we then come to read now that one soiree guy now in get a local now three companies in one. The Sierra Leonean company, Iris, and then Crown Technologies. Now them come together and we virtually get for win this.
Because I was just want to ask you why
no, we're very conscious of we're very conscious of a local content, but we use Iris because Iris they currently operate in Senegal, they also operate in Guinea, and they also operate in part of Nigeria. Right. So now that make because now a renowned Malaysian company where they deal with them cards there, and we began for impress on them, and this is not the very first time, and this is not the very first one in West Africa where you see driver license gets a cheap facility. So and we are very proud of it because we began for push them forget the features we want, and they really accept them.
All right. Quickly, let me try for take few text message them where people don't send in the program this morning. The first one where I go read they come out from Joe B. Bangali Jr. on our Facebook page. They say if you get a proper MOT system in Sierra Leone, you'll be surprised to know that 60% to 70% of vehicles will not be fit to be on the road.
This other one again for Facebook page said there is no regularity when it comes to alcohol in Sierra Leone. Moreover, those local wine producers always do what they want, even at the risk of young people.
From NZ Amara on our Facebook page, they say it's really sickening at the manner which the vehicle driver are being harassed by these warden. It's as if they are not paid at all. 4 worst zone in western area where these warden have no fear are Lumley, Aberdeen Road, Congo Cross and PWD. In these areas, drivers or riders are forced to pay minimum of 30,000 yuans in order to continue, and they are strictly in collaboration with the police. This habit is pathetic and cannot be easily mitigated by mere radio discussions or normal office discipline, except the ACC has to intervene and introduce on this word in PZ or country 43 justice, that's naming and shaming.
This other message here again from Michael Cook on our Facebook page. They say the parking problem in Sierra Leone is primarily primarily due to indiscipline. They say most of these buildings in houses have no parking accommodation. Also, the Freetown City Council, in conjunction with the government, should build parking garages countrywide to decrease the challenges.
This one from Abubakar Bokari Kaman of Facebook page is the SLRA are the major causes of accidents in Sierra Leone. Look at the Thimu on the road, Dwazak, Tembe Town, Poda Poda, Kintom. You will wonder if you are in the city, and another propaganda all right.
This other one, they say, what are you doing about the road safety signs in schools and also to the environment to avoid accident? The zebras are no longer showing. Road safety signs are not effective and clear.
From Messi Musa King Lord, now Facebook page, they say we have bad guys everywhere, but the executive director and the deputy executive director of SLRSA are tough and disciplined guys. Trust me or you trust them.
This other one is, Mr. Sano, are you willing to partner with private individuals, CBO, NGOs in addressing road safety concerns? From Patrick.
Sheku Sise, in our Facebook page, they ask, say, will the authority have the capacity in terms of manpower, space, etc., that will require a quick turnaround of service or repaired vehicles?
Another message inside the program. This person is saying, Mr. Sano, you've mentioned so many good initiatives and plans, but how are you sure you're able to achieve all of them in this year 2020?
This one, they say there are no road signs in the country.
This other message here inside the program, they say there should be a law for all house owners to make sure that they have parking space for their tenants. Some people will build big house but nowhere for no availability of parking space. It's so disheartening to see most houses without no gate or compound, and people will be parking on the street. That is one key challenge and problem of traffic.
This one, they say, from Christopher Awolowo Reful, our Facebook page, SLRSA does not care about the safety of the people at all. Go to the parks in Freetown. You will notice that vehicles now load people in 5 on a single seat. Poda loading to congestion, distraction, and other serious issues. Do you have staffs that check parks?
This one again from Charles Yimbo on the Facebook page is, Mr. Sano, there is no need to waste time in investigating the road safety cop. The video was crystal clear. You people just want to waste time and resources on that matter.
This other one from Andrew Johnson, and he will be the last message for now. They say, Mr. Sano, there is no need for any legal amendment in order to penalize drivers under the influence of alcohol. Section 102 page 1 and 2 already makes it illegal and sets the premises level of alcohol content in your blood as evidence of violation.
Quickly, this last hour go it, Mr. Sano, I would suggest you do a spot check at the parks and take a look at the status of podas plying the street of Freetown. It's so pathetic to know that in the city you still have these podas that don't have seats, that is always not clean. Why do you allow such vehicles to be on the road? Get them off the road and save lives.
Alright, from their messages, then they will come to the Deputy Executive Director from the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority, Ibrahim Sano, for response to the text messages then.
Okay, thank you very much, and thanks to all the texters. A good number of messages, but I will just respond to the few. The way we talk about the parks, yes, Mrs. F can go to the Texaco Park, the Shell Park, but like I say, it's always very challenging when you go the passenger then self now they can help, now then can collaborate with the vehicle owners or the one with the load in the park for go against we don't get the incident one or two times. On the Puda them, I want for assure listeners then say we don't clamp on a good number of Puda them, but we can be considerate at times again because of the availability of transport we not day. However, we hope that the recently launched Freetown Urban Integrated Mobility Project, where there's a provision we did it for purchase a lot of buses. Once that is done, then we can clamp down the Puda then hard. But each time we can go for we can clamp down a good number of them, then we can see say there is some each kinde in terms of the transportation. for Temu on the road, we don't clamp down on a good number of Temu on the road on where the people can willingly and then destroy them vehicle. The one that way the few one except now, especially for the one that way they run by the anti-wash fence na Eastern Police, except the one that except way not to win we will not see, but we hold plenty last year before December over 40 something of them. We then the owners then we agree for destroy them and give them the engine. So if anyone they really we did now, except we don't know whether that new one we just come or it been packed, they just not be used. However, thanks to that particular Texas for drawing our attention, we will make some efforts for go back to the parks. We go try for visit day, and to all other people we say we get good plans and whether we go achieve them. I make we don't them plans there. We don't synthesize them all into what we call we annual work plan, and we dey try for roll it out by phases. And once we dey go gradually, we believe say with commitment and by God in power and diligence, we will surely succeed with it all.
So in terms of this year or the 2020, we know the key thing we will see SLRC go focus on where people will see visible na the street, especially issue about road safety.
The key thing na the issuance of a license and the MOT process.
Okay.
Now then two things that we address. As long as we believe we address the vehicle entrance where they can in this country, they are roadworthy, then accidents go reduced. And as long as we increase we robust measure in terms of issuing out a license, we believe say accident they go reduce. And we go for clamp down heavily. We also engage with the police and the judiciary for clamp down heavily on the one way they drive illegally. Plenty people they drive in this town or the country at large we don't get driver's license. So that one, and they not only fine, we want to also get jail time for them, because what you do so it contravene the law and also not a risk because you drive you don't get valid driver's license. So we don't get for say oh Hollywood they fine you, oh the motor car with the cargo. We don't get that power right now for arrest. I make I say everything boils down to the act. And then the ordinary act. But once we collaborate with the police, oh, hold you, you drive, you don't get driver's license, there's a jail term for it, and then you also pay a heavy fine. And once we get all landed up and running, we believe say accidents go reduced by God in power.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim Sano, Deputy Executive Director from the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority. They with me at the program this morning. They talk about some of the successes them we didn't do as an institution in 2019, and talk about the plans them we didn't get for this year. We will bring you maybe by the middle of this year for kind of update how una don they implement then good planning what you say una they do. Well, now they end the program Good Morning Salon for today edition. Alex Lawrence Komai, Michael Sambola. Now then produce the program DJ Ahmad Naingiri technical support. Moses Kavora and in team now they make una watch we live now Facebook page. Well, not forget say today na J10 talk and drink with LJ as it did at the National Stadium today. So if you're not a fan of RFM, go to the National Stadium and support LJ na a musical concert where you go all na the National Stadium. Mina Khadija Bangwa, they say have a blessed week.
And Sapti Kalon, they say happy weekend. Bye-bye.